Take your cue, Marty, whenever he's ready.
Okay, so have you guys ever gone out and wanted to recreate a drink that you had or that you saw somebody else have? I'm gonna tell you guys, or first I'm gonna show you guys either some supplies I don't have with me because I couldn't borrow them from work. I'm just gonna use those cups instead. But let's pretend I have that. Up at the top, that's a jigger. That's what you measure all of the alcohol in. And then this is gonna be the tin, which I'm gonna use that glass cup for. This is a strainer, and then these are some other openers, bottle opener, wine openers. I'm not gonna be using those for today. Oh, and this is a spout that you put into the bottles that you pour from. First, I am going to tell you about the questions that are necessary to ask before making the drink. Second, I'm going to tell you about the ingredients and the supplies that are needed for each drink. And then third, I'm going to tell you how to put them together and how to garnish them. Okay, so the first drink is a Long Island iced tea. First you'll need, that's called a highball glass. It's like a tall skinny glass, which it goes in. You're gonna put ice inside of that. You're gonna have rum, gin, vodka, and triple sec, which is the liquor in it. Some people use tequila too, but not at the restaurant I work at. Oh, actually I bartend at a restaurant, sorry. So after you put the ice in, you're going to do a ½ ounce of each liquor. So it's gonna be, so let's pretend this is the glass actually. So you're gonna do ½ an ounce. You're gonna take the jigger and you're gonna put it over the glass. You're gonna put ½ an ounce of rum, pour it, ½ an ounce of gin, pour it, vodka, and then so on. It's gonna be 3 ounces of sweet and sour. And then you're gonna put a glass over, you're gonna shake it, put it back down, and then at the end it's gonna be just a splash of Coke. I don't use a jigger anymore because I've been doing it for so long. I just free pour. And instead of having to pick up the bottles and pour, I just do 2 bottles at a time to pour, because then it's only 2 sets, and then it's quicker because I'm making like 5 drinks at one time. And also, if you're gonna make a lot of drinks, I would suggest putting in the tin that I showed you, and just doubling or tripling the ounces, and then shaking it, and then pouring it all out. So you don't have to do each one individually. And then last for this, for the garnish, it's going to be a lemon. And the way you can change it up, you can either do a house Long Island or a top shelf Long Island. The house is just the well liquor, like the basic liquor, and then the top shelf is the best liquor, the more expensive drink. Okay, next is the margarita. Oh, and this has more options for it. You either get it on the rocks or blended with a salt rim or without, and then you can do flavors too. You can do strawberry, kiwi, mango, whatever. So you have to ask all those questions first. And then you're gonna need, you always make this one in a tin separately from the glass. It's gonna come in a highball glass, or it could come in like a martini glass. You're gonna put, this one is a perfect margarita that I did. There's a bunch of different margaritas that you can do. This one is with the Salsa tequila. It could be Salsa Blue, Salsa Gold, it doesn't matter. And then this one has Grand Marnier and Cointreau. And it says it's a 1 1/4 ounces, which is a shot. And so I just count, for a ½ a shot, I count to 2. And for a full shot, I count to 6. So, but there's a jigger too if you want to measure it out. You can just pour it and then pour it in. But I just get the bottle and count to 6 slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for the ½ ounces of Grand Marnier and Cointreau, I count to 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And then what I do is I put ice in the tin, and I put the sweet and sour and the lime juice and the simple syrup. And if you want a flavor, you put that in there too. And you put this on top and you shake it. You only need to shake it about 3 times. You can shake it as many times as you want. It's just gonna get foamier though. And then once you pour it out, before you pour it out, you either salt the rim with a lime. So you take the lime, get the edges wet, and then tap it in the salt. And then you take the drink and you pour it in there, and then you put the lime on, and then it's ready to go. You don't have to do the flavor if you don't want to though. And then, oh, and that one's garnished with a lime. And then these are shots. I chose a kamikaze shot because it's a mix shot. The other shots are easy to pour. It's just straight liquor, count to 6 into a shot glass. This is a mix shot, so I mix it in the tin. It's going to be vodka, triple, it doesn't matter what kind of vodka, you can choose whichever you want. Triple sec, and then lime juice. And you're going to, you can either do it chilled or unchilled, but usually people prefer chilled, so I usually ask if they want it chilled. I put the ice in, and then I shake it again. And then instead of just pouring it, because you don't want ice in your shot, you take the shaker, this is supposed to be a shaker. You take the shaker and you drop it in the glass and you'll strain out the shot into a shot glass. And this holds the ice in here and then the rest of the shot will come out perfectly. And if you're doing multiple shots, you lay out the shot glasses and like that picture, you go across one way and fill up, and usually they have more towards the end and the liquor, and then you go back and fill up the rest of them. And that's only if you're doing like 5 or more shots. So I taught you guys the clarifications needed prior to making the drink, the tools and ingredients you'll need, and then how to use them correctly, and then the finishing touches with the garnishes. And that's it. Thank you.